Hi everyone, this is Srinivas here from Automation Technical Learning. So in this video, we are going to start with the Docker learning, and this is going to be Docker Day 1. So it's kind of a challenge for you. So we are going to have 30 sessions like this, starting from day 1 to day 30. Every day there will be some learning and there will be assignment at the end. So if you're interested, please do take part in this uh, challenge. So let's get started. As part of day 1. So now let's talk about the goods and services to be transported from one place to another place. Okay, so the place could be far, the place could be nearer, and the item could be small, item could be large. So as the item has to be usable and the mode of transport could be different. For example, it can be plane, it can be through train or bus or any other means. So, whichever may be the mode of transport, it makes sense to package the particular item um, into a container so that it can be transported. So, when it is packaged in the right way, it becomes easily transportable, and the person who is transporting it, they don't have to worry much about it as long as they carry it and they deliver it to the destination and it reaches. So that's the use of containers in our real life. Now let's talk about the software world. So in the software world, we have the software that is developed in development environment, and now we want to we want to give it to testing, or you want to send it to the production or to some other server like staging. So in such cases, again, the solution could be package it rather than giving the code as it is or the software as it is. If you package it and if you can give that, it would be easily usable at the other end. So that's what is called as containerization of the software. So Docker is nothing but containerization software, which will allow to package the application dependencies into one standard unit, and that is called as container. Okay, so like Docker, there are many other softwares available in the market like LXC, Rocket, Podman, Containerd, and so on. Docker is somewhat popular, and we shall have the Docker installed in order to get this benefit. So one thing that need to be clear is if we are going to use Docker to transport the software from one place to another place, so the Docker has to be present in both the sides. So that is the development side or and also at the production side. So when it is present in both the sides, then the container which is created using Docker can be used at the production end. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now with that, let's see the installation part for Docker, and then we will run some basic commands to understand as part of day 1. So if you go to the www.docker.com, so this is the main website for Docker, and here if you can click on the get started, and it will show you the link with respect to the installation. So you will see mainly there are three ways of installing Docker. So one is by using Docker desktop. Other is you can use Docker Hub for the for in order to access images and so on. So and third way you can use play with Docker. So I'll talk a little bit about it. So first is Docker desktop. So this is in your operating system you can install Docker. So that is by using this option. And Docker Hub is a kind of repository. Okay, so in which so all the development related images will be maintained. Okay, so we'll talk more about it in the upcoming session. So as of now, you can know that it's a application development registry, so in which you can choose what you want from in order to create containers. Okay, and the third option is play with Docker. So this is for someone who don't want to create Docker desktop and they want to directly uh, try out Docker by running commands in the server. So for such people, this can be used. So this is just to practice or just to see how Docker works. Okay, so this is the recommended option depending on the operating system you have. You can choose either Windows or Mac, or you can use for Linux. Get that particular package downloaded and install it. So once you have installed, you need to just open the Docker and it will be present in your uh, taskbar here. And so if you can open it, so you will be able to see the Docker details shown. So basically it shows the containers and app, and so it is currently showing the Docker which is installed in my system. So similarly, you can as well install the Docker, and um, so basically after you have installed, you have to make sure it is up and running. So if it is not up, make sure right click and you can say Docker, yeah, start. In my case, it is already started. That's why I don't see that option. So if it is not up, you need to make sure it is up. And sometimes if you want to quit, you want to close this app completely, you can say quit Docker desktop. Okay, so now let's run some basic commands. So first thing is after the Docker is up and running. So how do we know what is the version of Docker that is installed? Is by opening the terminal. So I'm using Windows PowerShell. I'm using Windows. So now if I run the simple command called as docker space hyphen hyphen version. So this will give me the Docker version which is installed, that is 20.10.7. Okay, so now next is we are going to run one basic Docker command uh, called as docker run it rm minus p 8888 colon 8080 and tomcat 8.0. So we will just run this command for the time being and we'll see what happens. So when I'm running, you can see that it is running something in the console, and it is saying that server is startup in 3010 second. So millisecond. So now this command basically brought one server up. Okay, so that is, it has brought the Tomcat in a containerization mode. So Tomcat is running in container mode now inside Docker, in Docker. So now if I want to access the localhost and 8888, I'm going to give, and if I say enter, so I'm going to get the Apache Tomcat uh, homepage displayed, which is confirming that the Tomcat is installed successfully. So you can see that by simply running this command, docker run minus it minus minus rm minus p 8888 colon 8080 Tomcat 8.0. So Tomcat 8.0 is a version which ran in the container mode, and now I'm able to access it. So if you actually refer to the Tomcat documentation, and if you are planning to install Tomcat manually, then it would have several steps. You need to download the package, you need to expand it, then you need to go to the bin directory and you need to run the server. So that way you're going to spend a lot of time doing that. So instead, by using this docker command, which is in a containerization mode, we have got the Tomcat up and running. So that is the power of Docker. So using Docker, uh, we can containerize any software. So now let's take another example. So, for example, if we have a application that is having Apache Tomcat, just like how we have done. So it has Apache Tomcat, let's say it has Java 8, and let's say it has database as well. So now If we want to have them containerized, then we can have all of them containerized. And um, if anyone else is going to use that particular software, they don't have to uh, manually follow the steps required for the installation. They can simply run the Docker command, which is going to do that installation related steps. So that is the power of Docker. I hope you got some idea now what is Docker. So now we shall see the assignment for today. So the assignment is again very simple. So this command I will also paste in the description so that you can use it and you can try it yourself. So basically you need to run this command docker run minus minus name my nginx minus d minus p 8080 colon 80 and nginx. So the moment you run this command, so after installing Docker, of course, when it is up and running, you should see this in the output of localhost 8080. When you run, you should see this in the output. So you can try it out, and I hope you will be able to complete this challenge. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have liked it. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.